Leicester City have made it into a Champions League semi-final, which they have done before under Rosenior, but before it was under Shakespeare. And today we could go all the way, not only for that Champions League Leicester's in, but we're playing for a treble in what could be the last Leicester City episode. Yes, people, I want to say if this is the end, it's been thoroughly enjoyable, if I can speak. There we go. We are, how many points clear is that? That is 7. Game in hand for Spurs and Liverpool, so it'll probably be 4, but we are top of the league, 32 games gone. The league ain't our focus. If you didn't see the last episode, well, first of all, we've got our next game. It's Manchester City in the Champions League, but the action on show. Extra time against PSG and extra time against Dortmund. Phenomenal. And even the simmed games, a 4-3 against West Ham. With Villa and Sunderland up next, we potentially could win the league in any of them. But I'm not on about winning the league right now. I'm on about winning the Champions League, for goodness sake. Something Leicester have never done, but they've made these semis before. What a run it was. Was it the semis or the quarterfinals? I haven't got my phone on me to actually do the research. And before you guys say anything, I can't actually look on the computer that I'm recording on because it's recording this video. First of all, we've got Manchester City to simulate, and please, a 0-0 draw means one leg, all to play for. I think it was the same against Dortmund. Was it 2-2, 1-1? I'm unsure. We could have gone far in the FA Cup and hang about them results. A 1-0 loss to Villa and a 2-1 loss to Sunderland. Liverpool now can potentially catch us. That's great. Focus is on the Champions League. I'm going to have to sim the game against Brighton, get onto Manchester City, and then hope we can stay in the title race. Starting with Spurs, as I'm going to speak to Liam, I am going to say if you need to prioritise one competition, please prioritise the Champions League, but don't give up on this Premiership. He says, boss, every competition is as important as each other's. We are going to win both. Trust the process. I'm rotating this team. I mean, if we do beat Manchester City here, one of the finalists will be Porto or Leverkusen. Please, please, Liam Rosenior. Oh, and it's the City ground, this second leg. We're rushing straight into this. I want the victory, and it's the first time you're seeing this away kit get used. Probably City's first as well, because we have just been allergic to it. With one change to the team, Joe Bellingham is suspended. So we've got Samardzic into the team. Diawara passing around them. Mabama into Lazar. He goes for the shot. Pep Reinders in the way. Did I just call him Pep instead of saying Peps Reinders? I don't know what I'm saying, but Collins, let's get an early goal. Goes for that top corner. Donnarumma catches. Bayern Munich, PSG. Bayern Munich, PSG is what I want here. But of course, us on the good end of it, is that a starting red card for Sarr? Could be him suspended for the final if we reach it, with Haaland blocked. Collins running straight into his man. Gonzalez gets it saved. Crazy they're still going. Simeone Profunde, he doesn't mess up passes, been with us all the way in this save. Could potentially be with us till the end. Profunde, they're passing too much, him and Bienya. Could see this being another 0-0. As we stop the counter, and it is 0-0. Oh dear. Do we have the bottle for another extra time in our players' legs, especially without a midfielder rotation? Job isn't here anymore. Sammy Braybrook, you never know. He could get us into the Champions League final. If we do have to sub him on, Divin Obama, on Onyeka. We're trying to play across this line. It's Rosenior's new style. And Pausans has 3 options, or should I say, Lazar Samardzic. Onyeka looks to the back post. Simone Profundi, 1-0. It's the Champions League final. The man feels like he's bloody levitating. The final is within reach. And that was a brilliant ball out wide across the deck. Donnarumma's big frame can't get there. We have to go again. Francis Onyeka, Pausans. Little roulette. Onyeka. Obama, Samardzic, we just can't get the little gap we want. Man City blocking it, but we've been very good. Francis Onyeka again! Profundi, it's the same move. They don't block twice within literal minutes of one another. Liam Rosenior buzzing because Leicester City here should be getting into a Champions League final. Do not let them score 2. Who, in all honesty, has been invisible. Erling Haaland's getting through a little bit here. He goes for the shot off the crossbar. Collins for the big whack away. And later on in that move, they take the throw-in. We win the ball back. And Leicester City are in a Champions League finale. We could end everything today. If we keep winning, with Spurs potentially able to chase us, we can play our full team now. Liverpool, they haven't played yet, and they have Arsenal as the final. Oh my days, look at this. We've got Porto on the final day, Man City, Coventry, a rival. That would be kind of extraordinary, as look at some of the ratings we've got. We've got, what is it, 390 rated, 289s, and not one recognisable face that's like massive, apart from Schlotterbeck and Baena. The rest of these players are youngsters we've brought up ourselves from identifying talent. As the club owner, and they've gone toe-to-toe with the biggest teams like Tottenham and Manchester City, who we also beat again. City are sick of us, and I'm sick of Liverpool keeping the chase on. They've got Manchester United, and we've got Coventry, one of our biggest rivalries. But do we play the full team, or do we think about the Champions League less than a week later? Decisions. Right, what I've gone and done before a visit to the CBS Arena is I've put our best players on the bench. However, we do have rotational players in the lineup because I'm aware today could be the end for a lot of these players if we win the Champions League. And I do want to say goodbye to Santos, Braybrook, Bobby Burnett, if we obviously perform in the next game. Mason Mount's been another free agent signing we really had a boost from. Asnu needs to run around him though, and Mount. Can we get off to an early start here at the rival's place? Send that away and mental. There's Domina with a shot. A title we deserve. Marcelo around us. Bobby Burnett chasing after the number 24. Jack Rodoni, it's still not as good as the earlier game we had against them. Siemen with a save. We hammered them 3-0 at the King Power in like the first or second game of the year. Berg Johnson, never heard of him. As Lazar finds Leandro. He's gone for a little pop shot. Leo Roman's not convincingly saved that. Domina's kept it alive, and Mason Mount can't turn away from his man. I don't think he wants to beat this team because of Frank Lampard. Don't have a clue who these signings from them are. Tried to run past us. Sammy Braybrook. This is an ultimate attack. They can't tactical foul us. Already on a yellow card. Mount, that could cost us the title. Divin, he's coming on. Pafunde's going to come on very shortly. Mason Mount whips in a ball. Mamadou Sarr, this game could actually fly by and go bye-bye if we're not careful. Diawara's on the field as well. Simone. Last 10 minutes here at the CBS. Asnu, he's been Mr. Consistent. Why are you putting it the left? But I'm really getting nervous that we have bottled Premier League glory after being so in line for it. But we keep this tactic up of going down the wing again. Francis Onyeka into Simone Pafunde, the substitute on the field. In the most dramatic fashion, could have won Leicester City the title at their rival ground. Winning 1-0 in this fashion is better than winning 5-0. As Liam Rosini has done it, the title's lifted. I don't think we're going to get to lift it at the rivals ground, but the Premier League is won. 86th minute goal from Simone Pafunde, one of the day one signings. I love seeing all them shocked faces. Hang about. Everything I've just said. Everything I've just gone ahead and said. Was it Liverpool's game in hand? I don't know. We've not won the league. It's been Liverpool. Will they spur us on? I can't believe I've fallen for the trap. Let's not be put off. Porto, a team we should be beating. With the players we've signed, they've still got Diogo Costa, Bednarek, Noem Perez. They are kind of rejects from a big club. They've got Gusto, okay. Rodrigo Mora's probably a baller by now, but not as good as Pafundi. And last episode I looked at signing Borja Sainz. I wish I would have done now. 8 goals in the Champions League. He's their danger man, but do I care that we have just bottled the Premier League title? Yes, I do. But honestly, with this team, we should be able to win the Champions League anyway and complete this series. As Leicester relegated in real life. You hate to see it, but we're doing Player of the Month votes, or Player of the Season votes, sorry. Because if we don't win this final, you guys need to vote. Has Baena, Onyeka, Mobama, or I'm going to say Pafundi, been the best player this season? Who out of them 4? Let me know in the comments below. I'm also going to try and put a poll out as the Europa League was won by Barca. Conference League between Wolfsburg and Spurs. I forget that's actually a bit delayed. Took part in that competition last year, got beat by Aberdeen, with Liverpool in a final of the FA Cup and winning it, with the Carabao also won by them. Let's ignore the fact I thought we won the Premier League, and I was going to say don't give me the Stadio Benfica, for the finale because it would be an advantage to them win the away kit again. But this final helps us. We're at Old Trafford. We've been here millions of times. There's the run-in. They beat Bayern on the way. Fair play to them. We had PSG, Man City, and our first team, according to Vincent Kompany, Dortmund. Diawara on the ball straight away, though. If we're still the second team to Dortmund, as he says, and we can actually win this game, what does that make Bayern Munich? If you haven't seen the second episode of this season, that'll explain it. Simone Profundi should be 1-0 in the final already. What a chance. What a chance. I need to stop blabbering on about past rivalries with Vincent Kompany and Rosinia. Diawara on the edge of the box. The man to put us in the Premier League at Wembley, almost scoring the Champions League finale. A big-time goal scorer, that man. He worked really well in front of goal as well under Ange Postecoglou, who had him as a box-to-box midfielder. We're trying that box overlap, with that ball across the deck. As is it almost half-time already? I'm afraid to say it, but it actually might be another extra time game, unless we score right here. There's Onyeka. Usually has that goal on lock. We don't score from corners off the bar in the, oh my days, in the final as well. Collins almost does it, but the halftime whistle went shortly after it. We were in stoppage time. Francis Onyeka runs straight into Moura. Not Mora, that must be confusing in training for Porto. Got the pass off. We've won the ball. Onside here is Pau Sanz. Drilling it across. There's Simone Profundi. That goal's worked for us all episode. He's trying a fancy celebration in the finale. No! Get to them fans and get screaming your heart out. Claudio Ranieri. Remember that name? It was a bit of a while ago now. He has to bring him to the club. And he's scored maybe the vital game of them all. Okay, Porto are trying to get into it. This is their second corner, but time is ticking. Varela round the corner. Borja Sainz has been tackled. Sarr wins a goal kick for our 90-rated keeper to take. Obviously, we've had players here scouted like Collins and like Siemen that have just been absolute wonder scouts. Same as Pau Sanz and Simone Profundi, with Pau Sanz, the finesse king, cutting inside and testing Costa. With it finally being our turn again, Alex Baena. Collins hit the crossbar earlier on. He's pressuring the keeper, as it could be another 1-0 to the Leicester. Simone Profundi goal. Joe Bellingham not suspended anymore. No one was suspended for this big game. And Onyeka, he knocks it on to Pau Sanz. He loves his finesses. Trying to cut inside and do it again. Mamadou Sarr. That could be a red card, you know. No, it's a yellow. So if there was another game, he'd definitely be suspended now. He picked up a yellow against Manchester City. And Porto, they've got a few minutes to cause a second miracle, because this is a team that's actually won this title before. Jose Mourinho, obviously, as that's a ball towards Gonzalez. It's a mess inside our box. That's what Porto can do. I don't feel safe because I know we've got about 17 minutes left. There's going to be 10 added on, sure of it. It's every game after I make substitutions with Job. Through the middle, Divin, a day one player, scores, and it is the fault of Diogo Costa. Still, that's going to complete this Leicester build. That is probably job done. Divin Mabama, the Jamie Vardy replacement in episode 2, with such a fine finish. Pau Sanz through the middle, should be saved off the post. It's a Karius moment in the finale. Let's have another angle. Yeah, it has to be saved. It just has to be put past the post. But long story short, it wasn't. Take the L. We have won this game when it's a long rebuild like this. And it's Collins to lift the trophy. If you've enjoyed this Leicester save, please let me know down in the comments. If it's really well received down there, I might do it again for FC27. But this is it for FC26. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Or if you're watching the full movie, make sure to subscribe to MWS2, because there will be another series very, very shortly.